The phone is ringing. Are you going to pick it up or let it go to voicemail? That was your wake-up call. Some people get that call, and within 90 days, they are completely unrecognizable. They turn their lives around and never look back. Others silence their phone and continue to make excuse after excuse for why today is not the right time to achieve their goals. I am Layla from shutupанdachieve.com, and this is the beginning of the rest of your life. Some people will use the information in this video to completely turn their lives around, while others will continue to blindly waste their time, make excuses, and wait for some day that will never come. Before we get started, hit that like button because you are going to not just like, but love this video. If you don't, take it back at the end. And be sure to subscribe as well. It only takes a spark to light a fire. That spark is what sets apart people who are nobodies from the people who everyone wants to be. The spark is why the alcoholic who gets diagnosed with liver failure spends his remaining years preaching. It's why the woman whose spouse dies realizes life is too short to not live her dreams. The spark creates a restlessness. It makes any option other than change insufferable. You cannot experience a spark and stay the same. The spark will change you forever. The spark is a perspective-changing, life-changing, self-changing event that pushes you into action. The spark is a reason to do what you always said you'd do. The spark is a starting point from which you build the life you always said you'd live one day. A spark is a wake-up call, and we all need one of those. But you don't want to get diagnosed with a terminal illness, or lose a loved one, or experience any other horrible event that will completely traumatize you. You want to be pushed into action without anything bad happening. Lucky for you, wake-up calls are everywhere. As Brené Brown said, the universe is not short on wake-up calls. We're just quick to hit the snooze button. Things have happened in your life that have changed you. You ran into a stranger who changed how you see the world. You read a post that touched you and made you change part of your lifestyle. These were wake-up calls. They made you change even in a little way. So why do some events completely change you and others don't? What is it about those situations that made you take action? You and I both consume countless articles, social media posts, and ads daily, pleading you to take a certain action, and yet you don't. You read and scroll, the next post pushing the first one out of your mind. Even the most inspiring content can only get you to fantasize about creating change in your life. When it comes time to act upon your plans, you bail out. What makes a wake-up call or a spark a life-changing moment is the emotions it creates. Even though we take such pride in being the most rational creatures on earth, the truth is, more times than not, we act on emotion and not logic. You can know something is bad for you and do it anyways because it feels good. What drives you is emotions. Unfortunately, negative emotions are more powerful motivators than positive ones. You won't stay up an entire night to finish a side hustle project, but you will if you are afraid of not having enough money to pay the bills next month. Here are some negative emotions that can push you forward. The first is fear, because fear is a very, very, very powerful motivator. The fear of losing your job will make you do better in your job. The fear of losing your freedom will make you even more attached to it. Another strong motivator is grief. Regret will also make people change their ways. They try to become the person they feel they should have been. Another strong emotion that pushes you to change is anger. Anger will not only make you change yourself, it'll push you to change the situation that is making you angry. However, just because negative emotions are more powerful doesn't mean positive emotions can't create change too. Two positive emotions that drive you to change are one, a sense of meaning. If you feel that the work you are doing or the thing you are trying to achieve is meaningful, then you will be pulled towards that meaning. Another positive emotion that really pulls people forward is hope. If you are optimistic about the future and you have hope that things can change for you, you will be driven to create that change. Another thing to mention about sparks is they don't have to be dramatic. They just have to be meaningful to you. Watching a kid ride a bike for the first time only means something to the parents. And if meaningful enough, it could be the spark. It could be the reason the parent who never spends time with their family realizes that their kids are growing up without them. It makes them realize they'll miss out on their kids' childhood if they don't change today. Some people change their ways after falling in love. Others change after getting their dream job. These are everyday events, and some of them happen to you, but they didn't change your life. Luckily, you don't have to wait for a random event to come along that'll change your life. The way wake-up calls work is that something happens. This event creates emotions. These emotions motivate you. They push you forward. And they push you to take action. But instead of waiting for some random event to happen to you, we're going to skip this step. You don't have to wait for some random occurrence to come along that changes your life. The secret sauce that transforms an ordinary event into a life-changing one is not the event itself. So you don't have to wait for one to happen. Instead, you skip the event and you head straight for the emotions. Emotions are very easy to replicate. Thinking about something you fear will make your heart race. Thinking about your inevitable success will make you happy. You can create the emotions that will push you into action. So don't wait. Ignite your inner fire and take action today. There is definitely more about creating emotions and creating the life that you want. If you want my step-by-step method to creating the emotions that will drive change, check out my next video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it. And be sure to like this video on the way. ShutUpAndAchieve.com is a website dedicated to your success. I provide tips and tools for building better habits, having better time management, and achieving your goals. You can check out the blog at ShutUpAndAchieve.com/blog. And we have some great tools there too, such as the Habit Tracker 2.0, the Goal Tracker 2.0, and the Life Audit Workbook. Thanks for watching!